class, we have here problems about how to solve shear stress. This is found in your PDF that I have uploaded. So we solve first this one. In our problem, it is stated that a hole is to be punched out of the plate having a shearing strength of 40 psi. Then the compressive stress of the punch is limited to 50 psi. We are told to compute the maximum thickness of the plate from which a 2.5 inches in diameter can be punched. Then the second question is, if the plate is 0.25 inch in thick, determine the diameter of the smallest hole that can be punched. So this is our sketch. This is a given. Yeah. So the given is the shear stress of the plate. So this is our plate, and the shear stress is 40 psi. Then we have also the direct stress of the punch. This one, the axial stress will be. So axial stress of punch is 50 psi. Then we have here the load in the punch 50 load in the punch, which is equivalent to it's not given, no? So this is the thickness of our plate. Then we have the diameter of the punch of the hole. So we are in the first requirement, we are told to solve the thickness of the plate. In the diameter, this is the symbol of diameter, no? Is 2.5 of 1 inch. So to solve this type of problem, we must know first what is the force P, because this force P is the one that will tend to shear this plate. So we can solve the force P that we need to shear from our direct stress formula, axial stress formula. So we have this formula that sigma is equal to the force P over the area. This is our working formula. So considering given ang atong stress gas, compressive stress ka 50 psi, so you have 50 psi is equivalent to P, which is still unknown, divided by the area. The area now is the area of this hole, kining a hole. No, the diameter, the area of this punch, kining. Take note that in this formula sa direct shear or direct stress, our P is always perpendicular with the area, like this one. Kung ano itong P, so ano itong area, perpendicular siya. So which is an area of a circle. So you know that area of the circle is equivalent to pi over 4 times the diameter squared. So given man ang diameter, no? So given ang diameter nga 2.25 inches. So you have pi over 4 times the square of the diameter. So you will have 2.25 squared. Then you will have the value of your P, which is equivalent to 2.44 kips. So take note, the kips is 1,000 pounds is the 1 kip is equals to 1,000 pounds. That's the equivalent. So we know now the force or the compressive force that will tend to shear this or to punch this hole in the plate. So from our shear stress formula, we have the shear stress is equivalent to the shearing force times the area. So almost the same as this one, but this is V. the force that will tend to shear. But the force that will tend to shear there, your V is just equals to your P. Okay, mag-yapon din siya ng force mo dito. Now, take note that you in this formula, in the shear stress formula, our V here is parallel with our A. So, kaya ana man atong P, so atong B po yan, ana. Kaya ana man kapon, so parallel ang yung area. So, ang area, ipagita ka, atong area sulbol is this one, this area, ini. Kana siya nga area atong sulbol. Palibot, tuyok. So, this is the thickness, this is the thickness, which is equivalent to this one, the thickness of the blade. Then, we have here the diameter. So, it is this circumference times the thickness is your area. Okay? The circumference times the thickness. So, you have your shear stress is equivalent to 40. So, you have 40. KSI na diya po ito total keeps money. This one is your V is equals to P, which is 245.44 keeps. So, cancel ang keeps. But itong area karon is the area of this one, which is the circumference, circumference which is pi d, ang circumference, or 2 pi r. Reduce yung ito, but the given here is d man, so pi d lang. So, pi d. So, pi d. Atong d is gini, no? Diameter silbi. This is the symbol diameter sa mga kuhan. Symbol diameter siya, so pi d. So, you have 2.5. So, this is now the circumference. Tuyok ani. Then, multiply with thickness, so it will become the area. So, multiply the thickness. Okay, so you have the thickness now, which is equivalent to 0.78 of an inch. 0.78 of an inch. So that's the answer of problem question A. So in question B, the same formula that we have, nauto lang yung thickness. We are required to find the diameter if the thickness is 0.25. So, meaning to say, ang load mo gyapon. So, what is now the thickness, the diameter of the hole, the maximum diameter of the hole that can be found if the thickness is 0.25. So, the same formula that we will be using is here, this one. Kini gyapon. So, you have, magyapon na ito stress, so you have 40. So, the same formula, this one. So you'll have 40 is equal to the same force gap also 245.44. What will be changed is only this one, no? Because the thickness now is the given while the diameter is the unknown. So you'll have pi over times the diameter times the thickness given 0.25. So you will have the diameter or ini or diameter, which is equivalent to 7.8 inches. Okay, this is the symbol of inches. Ini. Okay, that's the number one. So we'll go to number two. In number two, we are told to find the smallest diameter that can be used if the cleave is shown. So this is our cleavage. In the cleavage shown. So we have our P, which is equivalent to 400 kilonewton. And we have the shearing stress of the bolt. Ini ang bolt karon kini. So that's the shearing stress, which is equivalent to 300 gigapascal. So share na yung ano eh. So atong P may magkosa sharing. So magyabot ng formula for to B over A. So you just try to look at this one. Kung na-force yung ana, so pag force na to, nagbit yun, the one that will be shared is kini dire. Kini. So this is what we term as double share. Double sharing siya. Kana iyang share. So the area that will be shared, kini siya. So tanaw na ko na siyang area karon. Nanin siya kurma. Ano ito? Ini ya, one semua. So, ikas pun. So, duha ko kung share. Ngayon, nasip ko ba? Makuha ni share. So, meaning that given the shear stress 300 megapascal, take note that 300 megapascal is just equal to 300 Newton mm squared. Ano siya equivalent sa megapascal. Or, pwede pala siya 300 then mega pascal is Newton meter na. Newton per meter squared. Pwede po ginana. That's the equivalent. So, it's go to the one formula. So, you have 300 megapascal, so this is Newton per mm squared is equal to your V here is your nagcause sa shear which is equivalent to your T. So you have 400, this is kilonewton, so you multiply this by 10 to the power of 3 to make it Newton or 1000 multiplied kilonewton. Equivalent of 1 Newton is 1 kilonewton is 1000 Newton. So you multiply it by 3. Then ang area na to is kini. So duha ka area ang may goal. So it's equivalent to required diameter. So you'll have pi over 4 times the diameter, which is the required. Pi over 4 squared. Pi over 4b times d squared. But there are two areas that will be shared. So this is double share. Duha ka area ma-share kini o kanay. So you multiply this by 2. Then you will have the value of your D, which is equivalent to 29 mm. So that's how to solve the one, or analyze the shear stress problem of what the problems that I uploaded. Okay, we'll now take up the bearing stress or bearing stress problem. So, it's a bearing stress problem. Diba, like for example, we have here plates, doka plate in kurma. And when you then join it together with the bolt or rivets, no? So, if the force is applied to its end, okay, tension ba siya? The possibility is that kining buho originally lingid siya diri, muublong siya, no? Muublong. Kay one masilbi ni mo dapat man ang plate na. So, meaning say a bearing ay a bearing stress is developed due to two bodies in contact. Duha ka bodies in contact siya. So, muna mag-develop ang kan. Like for example, sa bearing, like example po sa bearing stress ka itong foundation, padung sa ikan sa simento, padung sa yuta. O ikan ba sa hutaw, padung sa yuta. Bearing stress sa yuta. May bearing stress sa yuta. So, kini po bearing stress sa plate. So, originally, nakasiguro nito rin, wala pa yung mga inaipurma, no? Lingin pa siya. Lingin. Na originally. But when the load applied, what will happen is that until may possibility kung huyang imong plate, huyang inanad sa ipurma. Wala. So, kung resulta sa itong kuhan, kung itawag, ang bolt na ito nanadring napita. Itong bolt, kung siya. So, nanay ang din na. So the bolt and the plate is in contact. So ang atong consideration na sa atong bearing stress that the bearing stress is still equal to pura ka tong simple direct stress formula lagi po nagimitan to. Pero nabutan na to bearing to identify no it is bearing stress which is still equivalent to P over the area. Nabutan na to bearing. Siya may distinguishes sa ganyan. Bearing area. Now, atong bearing area ni sabihin to si kining siya atong bearing area is still perpendicular with your load applied. Perpendicular gyapon siya. But atong bearing area now is not katong dili tong contact yun din nga area ni. Because the stresses at this point kung mao niya tong plate karon, patar mo niya tong plate. Dahil natay ano itong kuhan. Variable ang iyang kuhan din kaning ang iyang stresses din nakita. No? Variable. So, ikuha na nila kung pwede, kini man ginag-contact sa thesis kini. Na. So, kanang kita ang area mo i-consider ba? According to the one, it is just equal no, to make the variable stresses I think there's a variable stresses is just the same as kung i-consider ni mo ang iyang vertical projection sa ani nga area. Kung ba ni siya, yung kuha ng vertical projection sa ganito sa yung kini lang atong area may ganito which is equivalent to the diameter of the bolt the diameter of the hole there, no? Diameter of the hole times the thickness of the plate. So, mara yung ganito, no? Diameter of the hole times the thickness of the plate, then it will give you the one. Mana yung area na ganito, perpendicular with the one, the force that will become the shears bearing stress, bearing stress. So we have the problem about this bearing stress that in our problem that I uploaded, it is mentioned that in this figure, the same figure, no? Kini, the figure. Assume that 20 in diameter rivet joins the plate that are each 110 wide. So yan, one is 110. Okay, siya. 110 mm. The allowable stresses are, so we have the allowable stresses at 20 megapascal and 60, for the shear it is 60 megapascal. Sa bearing is 120 megapascal. Then, the required is the minimum thickness of the plate. O ikaduhang requirement is the largest average tensile stress in the plate. Okay, so let's solve now. So we do not know yet the load P. Wala tayo giving the load P, but we can solve the load P by considering the stress of the bolt, because we are also given the diameter of the bolt. So from the stress formula, from shear stress formula area, we can determine the shear, the load or the shear. So using this one, so you have 60 is equals to V over the area. The area is the area of the bolt. So area of the bolt, dili man siya makuan. Dili man ang iyang ma-shear. So it is the diameter of the bolt ang malabas. So diameter of the bolt, so pi over 4 times the diameter of the bolt squared. 12. Then you will have the diameter of the bolt. The diameter of the bolt is given diameter sa bolt, 20. This is 20, so what will be solving your P, which is equivalent to 18,000 850. Or this is also equivalent to your, this is Newton. This is also equivalent to your PV, no? That's also equivalent to your PV, ang force nga mag-cause of bearing sa plate. So from the formula of the bearing of the plate, then we can see that we are told to determine the thickness of the plate. So from that one, from this formula, we can have the bearing of the plate is 120. Is equals to your PV is this one, 18,850 divided by the area of the plate, which is equivalent to the diameter. By the way, take note that ang diameter sa hole is always bigger than the diameter of the rivets or bolts. Kaya kung parehas sa diameter, dili masulod, no? Makuha ng voltage. So, kinadako-dako isang jutay. So, in the practice sa sa structural, the practice of the structural is, in the design is that we considered the diameter of the hole is greater than the diameter of the hole by 1/8 of an inch or 3 mm. So, kinahanglan yun, diameter sa hole is equivalent to the diameter of the bolt plus 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 inches. Or this is 1/8 is just equal to your 3 mm equivalent na. So meaning, ang diameter sa atong hole karon will become 20 diameter sa hole plus 3 mm itong labas ang atong unit. Mo ni sa diameter sa atong hole times the thickness. So you have your thickness is equal to 7.45 mm. Next problem is what is the stress of the plate. So stress of the plate karon consider na ito nga kining hole area. So duha possibility, no? Ang whole area mo diri ba siya mo kuan sa diri siya mo kuan ba mo crack ani. Anda nakita siya mo crack. So ang ito makita karon, so ang possibility karon ng kuan, this is now your plate. And this is the hole. So, mo ni atong P karon parang dito. So, kini ang atong area na i-consider. Dili ito whole area niya tanan, but kini nga area na i-consider. So, this is our hole which is equivalent to 23. And we have the thickness nga what's the thickness ka 7.45. So using the formula, direct stress formula equals to your P over the area, then your stress of the plate is just equals to this area, kini, which is equivalent to 110 mo siya. So it is, your P is 18,850. Your diameter of the hole is 23. So you have the area of this one, kining area, kinikisidiran na to. So that area is just equal to the width, 110 minus 23. So 110, yan siya, minus ano, 23. So kini na lang nagyan. Kini nga kuan kana. Then multiply na mo sa 7.45 and you will have the direct stress equal to 29 megapascal. Okay? So, ba na siya. So, derivate sa problem number 2. Clevis nga po na to problem number 2. So, problem number 2 sa Clevis. You have the given load P equals to 28 kips. Then the shear stress of the bolt. Then you have the bearing stress of the yoke sa kuan. Ang yoke kini no. Okay. Ang yoke sa atong Clevis. So we are told to determine the thickness of the diameter. First, the thickness of the yoke. Find the minimum bolt diameter. So, diameter sa bolt pa day. Bolt diameter, ano o kaya thickness sa yoke. Sinta yoke sa kini sibiyan sa thickness ani. So, ari sa diameter sa bolt. So kay diameter man, para na ma-share siya. So, share niya pa ito ng double share. Para na ito nga itong previous problem na to. So, you have your shear stress formula equals to V over the A. So, given ang V, given ang stress, so you can solve the area or the diameter of the bolt. So, you'll have this shear stress is 15 kips. Is equal to 28 kips over the area, which is 5 over 4 times the diameter squared. Pero double na siya ang double share na siya na. So times 2. So you have the diameter equal to 1.09 inch. Ano yung diameter sa tuloy. Then we are told to determine the thickness of this. Tanawang tanang karon, ano na siya forma? Side view. Side view na to. Front view niya siya. Side view na to. Ano siya siya forma? Ano siya forma? Tayo na siya yung hula. So, pag down na ni, so mag-abot sa bolt kanila kita. So, may possibility nga kini siya. Mukha na siya forma. So, ano yung bearing ang forma? So, atong diameter sa hole, the diameter of the hole is just equal to 1.09 plus inch man, so 1/8 plus 1/8. So, ano yung diameter sa hole? Diretso na yun. So, this is the diameter of the hole. So, atong area na i-consider is katong gyapon kung ano yung kuhan, ano yung thickness karon. So, kini nga area natin considered. Kini. Yung projection, no? Ano? Which is equivalent to from this formula equals to PV over the area. So you have 25 equals to 25 equals to 28 kips yung PV divided by this area, the area of the contact area, the projection of the contact area, which is equivalent to the diameter, this one 1.09 plus 1/8 times the thickness P. Then you will have your T equal to 0.29 or 92 inch. So ano yan, one thickness ni. Katong sa side kay duha ni hasta rin na kontak niya pud diri pag daw na ni kontak na sila diri kita deform gyapon ang atong buhok ni kapita because of the bearing. So pagdaanan ni so duha naman ikaw kuan matunga ang kuan kay kini siya diri usog ni siya na P. So it is now P over 2, diri po P over 2. P over 2 na yung ikuan na. Kaya duha may usog sa atong P tabangan kasi duha. Correction so. Ang cost sa share diri kita sa P over 2. That's why itong formula ni sa side will be the same formula 25 PSI then atong load magapon 20 this atong load now is BB na to is 28 over 2 na lang divide ko duha pero magyapon na itong kuan whole plus 18 divided by T so atong T is katungan which is 0.46 inches. So, muna siya yung resulta. Okay. Okay, we will now discuss about 10-volt diesel. So, when we talk about 10-volt diesel, this is just a cylindrical tank subjected to pressure or from either from the gases, from the gas, or pressure from the fluids or water, no? Or any other chemicals, liquid chemical. So, this is the one special. So, cylindrical, say circular or elliptical, pwede po elliptical or circular. So, wala ni siya ay para yung length na o yung length. So, this is the diameter then. This is subjected to pressure. Palibot due to the gases or any fluid. So, kung katon tali siya diri, we will cut, no? We will cut this one. And tanaw na itong pita. And this is the form. So, subjected niya sa mga pressure, no? So, due to fluid. And that pressure and the total of the pressure is your F, which is equivalent to the total pressure. So your F here is due to the pressure, so which is equivalent to the unit pressure times the area. Ang area ni is kining area ini. So this is just equal to your unit pressure, and then ang area, kining area, so it is the equivalent to your diameter times L. Ang unit pressure. So, kini ang area. Also, dili ito area nga core, but it is the flat area. So, pag-ala sa pressure, siyempre, mangusog po din ko ang dili siya mabungkag, dili siya maburst. So, mangusog ang iyang 10 volt niya. So, may yung mangusog siya, kini mo rin siya. Nabali ang buwan. Bali yung direction para sa taas, mangusog. Karoon di siya matunga. Karoon di siya masiparit. So, mangusog siya. Hindi yung pagpangusog lang yan. Total force niya yung pagpangusog. By the way, this is now my stresses. Stresses na siya sa buwan. This is termed as tangential stress. Tangential, tangent man siya. Tangent from a certain point. So, tangential na siya. Or sometimes it is termed as circumferential stresses. Circumferential stresses. Okay, nasa sa circumference. Wala na siya sige. Kung mga ito kuhan, circle, nasa sa mga circumference ka. Circumferential stresses. Then also, it is also termed as dirt stresses. Anyway, dirt stresses or hope stresses. Okay, na may say nga, pagkusa na siya, ang mangusog ang tagpos. Okay, kuhan. Or butangan nila groove. Nagkatong groove mo yung mga kuhan. Ang mangusog sa dirt or hope stresses. So, the total P ko na to, ang total P, P na to ani, is due to this, kini mangusog aning kuhan. So, it is the stress of the body, no? Stress of the body, so kini, stress ani silbi. So this is termed as longitudinal stress. Ano? Tangential. Sige sa. May sabi ko. That's longitudinal stress and Di kala sabi ko kung that's the tangential stress katong pikas lain mo lain. The other way. So tuloy tangential stress. No? So it is that tangential stress na siya. Tangential stress times this area, kining area. Kini. This area, which is equivalent to the length times the thickness. So what is thickness? So it is the length. The area is the length times the thickness. So if you sum up forces in the opposite direction, so you have F is equal to 2P. Dua ka P ang magkuhan. Because ang side silbi sa itong section. So mo yung labas. F equals to 2P. Then, substituting the formula, so 2P, F is equals to this one. And 2, then atong one is P is equal to this one. So simplify, we will have this one. This is the tangential stress, it's equivalent to the pressure, unit pressure times the diameter divided by 2P. So mga siya. So, pero usahay mo, kini mong yan sa loob. So yung cover niya. When this side is covered, so may pressure na makuha sa side. So, ugtan ko na sa rin, gini, palibutan ni. Tapos na yung makuha nila, nagkubot. Para dili makuha ang taklob, no? Hindi makuha ang cover. So, if this is term, kining mga stresses ka natin, this term as longitudinal stresses because along the length siya. So, paano sa pressure, paano sa kuhan. So, it is F is equal to P. Then, ang itong stress, total stress, or kining P na to is just equal to the stress of the metal times katong yung area ni. So, ang area ni karon is just the circumference times the thickness. So, circumference is pi d. That's circumference times the thickness. So, this is the area. Kining area. Kalibot. Then, ang F na to is the pressure. So, pressure sa unit pressure times this area. Kining area. Kining area. Kini sa circumference man ni kinira. Wilabog ni. Kinira. Sige na plane. Okay. So, simplify. So, this is the result. So, meaning, the tangential stress is twice stronger than the twice sa overturn siya, in-overturn. So, tangential stress is greater compared to the longitudinal stress 2 times, twice. Okay, so let us have our example number 1. So, in our example number 1, sa pag-i-upload na ko sa inyong plan, we will have a cylindrical steel pressure vessel has a diameter of 300 mm and a thickness of 12 mm. Subjected to a unit pressure of 4.8 mega Newton per meter squared. This can also be called as 4.8 times 10 to the 6 mega, no? 10 to the 6 Newton per mm squared. Or take note ka, Newton per mm squared, meter squared is Pascal siya. So you can also say nga, this is 4.8 times 10 to the 6 Pascal. But take note, kini siya, kung ato ni siya, di ka na siya diri no? So kung ato ni siya multiplied times 10 to the, sabihin nga niwa, kini siya 4.8 times 10 to the 6. This is Newton in meter squared, no? Times, ano to? And 1,000 meter, 1 meter is equivalent to 1,000 mm. So, i-squared na to. So, makancel na. Yan yung 6 na yun. Makancel na 6. So, this is just equal to uh, 4.8 Newton per mm squared, which is, so meaning to say, this is also equivalent to that one, which is 4.8, the Newton per mm squared is Giga Pascal. Ano siya? So we can rewrite this one as 4.8 megapascal. Okay. So we are told to determine the tangential stress and the longitudinal stress. So just using the formula na itong na-derive, ito na tadri, no? By the way, this problem is about hydraulics problem, siya mga vessels dito gagawin. So you will be solving this one in your hydraulics. So let's proceed, no? So using the formula, this one, we have the stress tangential is just equals to the unit pressure times the diameter over 2t. So our tangential stress is equals to unit pressure is 4.8. This is now Newton mm squared times the diameter, which is 300 mm. So kuha na sila. Consistent na sila sa unit, no? This is Newton mm squared. Hindi siya Newton na, so consistent na sila. We have 2 times your t, which is 12 mm. So you will have your tangential stress equal to 60 megapascal. So naturally, the tangential stress will become is you just divide this by 2, then it is your longitudinal stress over your Q, RQ. Your sigma equals to P minimum o yapon 4.8 times the diameter 300 times 4 divided by 4 times 12 yapon. So you will have 30 gigapascal. Then the second question is, to what value may the internal pressure be increased if the stress in the steel is limited to 100 gigapascal? So usaray pressure atong ibutang kung atong longitudinal stress o atong stresses mudako, no? Mudako atong kuan. So ari ta mag-base sa kuan sa atong longitudinal stresses. So kung mudako atong kuan, pila atong pressure matuwa paon atong ibutang sa atong base. So this formula, ano, tangential eh. Tangential tawag man. Okay, tangential ang critical. So sa tangential ta, you will have this formula, you will have 100 gigapascal is equal to, so what is the unit pressure? So unit pressure is this one. So what is the unit pressure to be applied times the diameter nga 300 times 2 times, so you have your unit pressure, which is equivalent to 8 megapascal. So kung gamitin mo yung isang formula ng longitudinal, you will have you can get 16 gigapascal. So kini atong gamiton dayon kay ang gamay may magkakaya sa 16 kakaya atong tangential, no? Tangential stress nila yan. Kakaya ang 100. Okay? So kini atong gamiton. So that's problem number 1, no? So number 2 is what? We are told to determine the height of our tank that is filled with water. We are told to determine the diameter of the height, no? The height. Considering that this diameter is 22 feet. into feet. Ngayon, yung thickness is 1/2 inch. Ngayon, yung tangential eh. Yung circumferential, so this is tangential. Circumferential stress is 600 psi. Then, ang yung kwan, yung specific gravity sa to water is 62.4. So this one from our formula equals to 600. This is PD over 2T. You have to determine the height of the water. Now, take note, if we go directly to this formula, hindi natin makuha ang height, no? Where can you find your height? Derita makuha, kaya na ang height nila kini. L there is the height of your one. So kana ka formula. So you have rho times D times L. Hindi sana tayo cancel ang L, no? So you have 2 times tangential times T times L. So doon natin cancel ang L. So from this one, atong units, atong unit ng kuhan, atong unit pressure is just equals to your density of water times the height. Times the height. Pwede rin sulit to great average. Pwede na rin. So, height here, ang L mo is your height. No? So, height na tayo siya. Height na siya. So, therefore, substituting the value, you will have times height times the diameter times height is equals to 2 times stress times thickness times height. Okay, cancel ang height. So, cancel ang isa ka height. So, you will have your height is equivalent to 2 tangential stress times thickness over times x. So, may labas. So that your h, substituting this one, we have 2 times tangential stress 6,000. Take note na 6,000 this is PSI. So this is feet, pounds per foot, this is pounds per inch squared. So we convert one unit to another. So it's better to, feet man po itong diameter, it's better na convert to feet. So this is 6,000 pounds per inch man siya squared. So ating multiply, convert. So we know that 12 inches equals to 1 foot. May square D mo. So, this is equivalent to 6,000 times 144. Ay mo na rin siya. Pounds feet squared. Makancel man eh. So, mani siya. Mani times 144. Mala siya. Times the thickness is 1/2 times the density of water, which is 62.4 times D, no? Times D, your D is 22. So you will have the value of H equal to Ay, by the way. At ba i-convert any thickness, no? Ang thickness natin is 1 half. So, 1 half is just equivalent to 0.5. I-convert natin na sa feet, so i-divide this by 12. I-divide natin feet siya. Then, you'll have your answer equal to 52.45 feet. Okay, we have another problem here about still 10 volt one vessel, but the vessel is in the form of oblong, or it's not really also oblong. So we have here today our cross-section for our vessel, which is this is half of a circle, another half of the circle are with the same radius. The distance between the center of the radius is 3 feet. Then the diameter of this one, of this subcircle, is 1.5 meters. With the pressure of applied pressure of 155 psi and thickness of the thickness of our wall is 1 half. We are told to determine the longitudinal stress and the tangential stress. So in this type of problem, we cannot go directly to the formula that we have, no? Atos itong tanaw itong kuhan. So muna itong section karon. This is our thickness of the plate. This one is our thickness of the plate. So muna siya T. Then muna itong total pressure F. Total pressure ng F. So nanay total stresses po pero taas. P. So magyapon. Kapag yapon F is equals to 2P. But what is F? Saan So itong F ani is equals to the pressure. Itong F ani is equal to the unit pressure times this area, kining area. Kana. So kanang area times that area. So what is that area? So you'll have your F is equal to unit pressure times that particular area. That particular area is just equal to this length, kining length karon, which is equivalent to unit pressure is 125 times initial area is this length, which is this one, also 3. So it is just equal to 3 plus 2 ka 75 or equivalent to 1.5 times dayon sa yang length. So mo ning area, kining area. Then our atong P pod, P is the total stress. Ani, ini siya. Sa ni one side lang. Kini. Total P mo tong kusog lang ni. One is yung P na to. So it is just equals to the stress tangential times tayo sa iyang area. Ang area is area kining area. Thickness times length. Thickness times length. So mga na yan. So okay, substitute there. So you'll have P over A. Ini siya is equivalent to 2P. Substitute na siya. So you have 155 times 4.5 times L is equal to 2 times tangential stress times the thickness nga 1 half. is I man is siya, is I ako. So, inis na ito gamito. Kaya ang L ay makansil man. Times L. So, makansil ang L. So, tangential stress is equal to 125 times 4.5 divided by 2 times 1. So you will have, we put it to 500 equals to 500 PSI. So patay ng PSI. Okay. Another one, sayang kung ito po ba nun, yung longitudinal stress na, so ano ito B, so ano ito variable, so B is equal to F. So sa F na to, considering kining area, so it is just equal to your F ani sa for kung siya for longitudinal stress. Kini siya for tangential stress. Okay, so dito for longitudinal stress. So itong F ani is equivalent to the unit pressure times this area, kining area, which is the new. So kanang area karon is, I say that area kanang area karon is equivalent to the B times kanang area is equivalent to 3 times 1.5. So kini area and plus na yun area sa duha ka half circle or circle na siya, pi over 4 times 1.5 squared. Duha ka half, so 4 circle. So ano yung area? Okay, so itong P po, itong P is equivalent to the stress longitudinal times kini po ng area. Kining area. So perimeter na dili area sa aning ko ila. Kini ra kini na bagis. So it is just equal to yun na. Duha ka 3 2B duha ka B, no? Kini ito taas. Plus tayo circumference ani half po diri, so sa circumference will be so equals to pi d. So you have B is equal to longitudinal space times 2 times 3 plus pi times 1.5. I-equate ani nga equation, going back to this equation, substitute. So your P equals to times 6 plus 1.5 pi is equal to kini rin F is this one. The pressure, unit pressure is 125 times the area, kining area ano F kini area. So it is 3.5 times 1.5 3 times 1.5 plus kinisilbi area. It's half of the circle, ito pa half of the circle, so it is a whole circle. So it is 5 over 4 times 1.5 squared. Then you have your equals 125 times 4.5. No. Ayan, 4.5. 3 times 4.5 plus 5 over 4 times 1.5 squared all over 6 plus 1.5 by, then you have your, so just compute the answer. No, just compute the answer. Okay.